Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an extraordinary journey into one of the most celebrated and fascinating coins in American history, the Kennedy half dollar. Today we will explore not only the background of this iconic series of 6 most important coins of Kennedy series, but also focus in detail on specific issues. The 1972D, the 1973D, the 1974, the 1978, and the 1985 P. Kennedy half dollars. Each one carries its own story, its own value, and its own appeal in the marketplace. By the end of this video, you will see why collectors are motivated to hunt for these treasures, and why these coins can be worth far more than their face value. The story of the Kennedy half dollar begins in 1964, at one of the most emotional moments in modern American history. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy in November 1963 shocked the nation and the world. Almost immediately, calls arose to honor his memory in a lasting way. Congress and the U.S. Mint acted swiftly, and by March 1964, the first Kennedy half dollar was released to the public. The design was adapted from a medal of President Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts for the obverse, with the reverse designed by Frank Gasparo featuring the presidential seal. This coin was intended to circulate widely, but because of the immense public demand, millions of Americans saved them rather than spend them. From the very beginning, the Kennedy half dollar became a coin that was less about commerce and more about memory, legacy, and collectability. The early issues were made of 90% silver, but by 1971, the mint shifted to a copper-nickel clad composition for circulation coins. Yet, even after silver was removed, the Kennedy half dollar retained its significance. It became a tradition in U.S. coinage, with new dates produced each year and with millions of people still collecting them. For serious numismatists, the value was not only in the metal but in the rarity of certain years, the beauty of the strike, and the condition of surviving pieces. This is where our highlighted coins enter the story. Let's begin with the 1972 D. Kennedy half dollar. Struck in Denver, this issue came at a time when a half dollar was no longer circulating much in everyday transactions. Most Americans saw a few of them in change, so pristine examples were often saved by collectors. What makes the 1972 D exciting is the potential value of high-grade coins. While average examples may seem common, coins graded MS-67 or higher are rare and can sell for more than $2,000. Collectors prize these coins because they combine sharp strikes, luster, and a snapshot of America in the early 1970s. To find such a coin is to discover hidden wealth in what might appear to be an ordinary half dollar. Next, we move to the 1973 D. Kennedy half dollar. This year is particularly important because no half dollars were issued for general circulation in 1973. Every single one minted was intended for collectors through mint sets or proof sets. This instantly limited supply, and demand has only grown over the years. The 1973 D is a coin that symbolizes a transition of the half dollar from a circulating coin into more of a collector's item. High-grade examples with strong mint luster can command $1,500 or more, making them a prize for anyone lucky enough to own one. This is a perfect example of how scarcity, even in modern coinage, can create tremendous value. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar holds one of the most famous varieties in the series, the 1974 D double die obverse. While the regular 1974 halves are desirable in top condition, the double die variety is legendary. Collectors hunt for it because the doubling on the inscriptions is bold and easily visible. making it one of the most dramatic and valuable modern varieties. In pristine condition, this coin has sold for over $3,000, showing just how valuable a single coin can become when rarity and collector excitement combine. Even the regular 1974 Kennedy halves in mint state can bring strong premiums, but the double-die version turns a common coin into a true treasure. Our next stop is the 1978 Kennedy half dollar. By the late 1970s, the half dollar had largely disappeared from everyday use. This reduced circulation meant fewer coins were exposed to wear and tear, but also meant mintages declined and high-quality survivors became important for collectors. A 1978 Kennedy half in gem mint state condition is highly desirable, with prices reaching $1,000 or more at auction. This coin represents a continuation of a beloved series through a period of decline in everyday use, but rising significance among numismatists. Now let us look at the 1985 P. Kennedy half dollar, an issue that often surprises new collectors. Produced in Philadelphia, it came at a time when a half dollar was no longer a common sight in commerce. As a result, many were set aside, but finding a flawless, sharply struck example today is not easy. In high grades, this coin has achieved auction prices near $2,000. The 1985 P shows that even in the 1980s, when many collectors were focused on silver or older coinage, the Kennedy half dollar retained its appeal, and pristine examples from this year have become sought-after treasures. These coins are not valuable because of silver content. Their worth comes from condition, rarity, and collector demand. In the world of coin collecting, a gem example certified by a professional grading service is like a piece of art. It is admired, desired, and fought over at auction. Collectors know that once a coin reaches the upper levels of the grading scale, it becomes exponentially more valuable. That is why you see prices of $1,500, $2,000, or even $3,000 for coins that, in lower condition, would be worth only face value. Another key factor is history. Each Kennedy half dollar tells a story about America in its era. The 1972 D reflects a time when the nation was adjusting to new coinage metals. The 1973 D speaks to the mint's decision to limit half-dollar availability. The 1974 shows how varieties can emerge and capture the imagination of collectors. The 1978 reflects a decline of half-dollars in commerce, but their rise as collectibles. And the 1985 P demonstrates that even in modern times, sharp and pristine coins carry great financial weight. What makes this series so inspiring is the emotional connection. Millions of Americans hold the Kennedy half dollar as a memory of a president they admired. That emotional weight adds to the financial value. Collectors are not only buying coins, they are buying history, memory, and legacy. This dual value makes the Kennedy half dollar one of the strongest series in modern numismatics. When you hear that a 1974 D double die obverse can sell for $3,000 or a 1972 D in gem condition can bring $2,000, you realize the potential locked inside these coins. It is motivation to check your own collections, to search through rolls, to pay attention at coin shows. Opportunity is waiting for those who are alert. The Kennedy half dollar series also teaches us about the importance of grading. Most coins exist in average condition, but only a few achieve gem status. That difference is the dividing line between a coin worth $10 and one worth $2,000. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC certify coins, giving collectors confidence and driving up auction prices. This grading system has become one of the engines of value in the modern coin market. For collectors starting out, the Kennedy half dollar is an inviting series. You can find affordable coins to build a set, but you also have the chance to strike gold with a rare variety or a top-grade survivor. The accessibility and potential for discovery make it one of the most rewarding coins to collect. The financial side cannot be ignored. With prices climbing into the thousands, Kennedy half dollars have proven to be smart investments. Collectors who bought and saved gem examples decades ago are now reaping the rewards. Auction records show strong demand, and the global market for U.S. coins continues to grow. The Kennedy half dollar is not just an American treasure. It is a worldwide collectible. Ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this journey to a close, remember this. These coins are valuable, they are desirable, and they can change hands for thousands of dollars. The 1972 D, the 1973 D, the 1974, the 1978, and the 1985 P. Kennedy half dollars are not just coins. They are opportunities. They are treasures hiding in plain sight. So keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing in the potential of the Kennedy half dollar. The history, the legacy, and the financial rewards are all there for those who look closely. The next great treasure might already be in your hands.